Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. So I got back from my trip to Disney World. It was a short but really exciting trip. I went for Rise of the Resistance. That was my prime reason why I went over there. Of course also to see Rob, duh. But because Rise was opening, that was why I picked last weekend to go. I had a few park days, not a ton of time, but of course I did some shopping because how can you go to Disney World and not buy something? This trip, I thought I was gonna go down and buy a bunch of holiday stuff, and instead I came back with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. There was a lot of great holiday stuff in the parks, but a lot of it could be found on DisneyStore.com. So I decided to not waste luggage space with stuff that I could just have shipped to me, and decided to forego the Christmassy stuff. Instead, I took some time on my last day to go to Galaxy's Edge and do some shopping, and man, did I do some shopping. I bought a few things at the Den of Antiquities that I'm gonna go through because who doesn't love a good haul? So this is pretty much all Star Wars stuff that I bought. I could have bought more. Like, I had to literally stop myself because I was like, how am I gonna get this all on the plane? I just love everything in the Den of Antiquities. Obviously, there's a lot of other cool stuff. I'm a big, dark side fan, so I like the First Order store as well, and I almost bought a thing or two there. But, when I went to the Den of Antiquities, the way that it's laid out is there is a light side and a dark side, and of course you have like Jedi merch and Sith dark side merch. You could probably guess which one I leaned into, but I'll show you what I got. First, I'm actually gonna start with something I bought outside of there, and it was right after I got off Rise of the Resistance. This one is specifically for Rise of the Resistance. So this magnet, it's like a wood carving almost, and it says Rise of the Resistance, Black Spire Outpost. This was in a little like kiosk selling area outside, right outside of getting off the ride. So of course, had to get it because we need to add to the collection, but always wanted to find something interesting and different every time and really wanted to commemorate being there for opening weekend. I guess technically part of this haul is not Star Wars-y. I just thought about this. I forgot packing a magic band of all the things, right? I have a million magic bands. I didn't pack one. So I ran to World of Disney the first night I was there to get one so I could do that whole jam instead of having to get a plastic ticket. And I picked up a mint pastel green magic band. Normally I would have bought a character magic band. I do really like those, but World of Disney actually doesn't have a very big selection. If you want more, they're over in the Pin Traders area of Disney Springs. This was specifically just in a little stocking stuffer section, and they had a few different pastel colors as well as all black, all white. And so I was kind of trying to get something before all the stores closed, so this is the one that I got. But it really grew on me as I was wearing it through the weekend. It's a really neat color, so I'm super into it. And one thing I never thought to do that Rob actually mentioned now I want to do with all of my magic bands is he actually pops out the middle disc, that you can put in other things. But he'll put one color disc into a different color magic band and vice versa, and swap out and match colors, which is awesome. So I might start doing that soon. So the first thing I picked up in the Den of Antiquities is, of course, a First Order flag. It is a little flag that comes on a base. The base also has the symbol on it. It's the flags that you see in Episode 7 and the other movies and around the land. This was $14.99, a little pricey for a small little trinket like this. I would expect it to more be like $10, but it is fairly well made. The stand is really heavy, and you can kind of display this anywhere, which is really nice. Right now I kind of have it living on my desk, but might show up in a video or two. And I couldn't resist. Last time I went to Galaxy's Edge on the West Coast, I saw this really great, I don't even want to call it a mug. It's more of a goblet. It's a Sith goblet. And then equally so, I really like the Jedi mug. So, por qué no los dos? So looking at the first one, this is $24.99 for the Sith. I would call it a goblet. I would not be drinking coffee in here. I would definitely be drinking wine or something fancier. That's just how it looks to me. So this is the black and red Sith goblet is what I'll call it. You've got some Vader there, which is kind of cool, but I love the etching in it. You can actually feel it. It stands out, so you can actually like rub your fingers along it and feel it all. There's definitely some ancient Sith writing along the top here. I wish I knew what it said. I bet you it actually says something, because I don't put it past Disney to actually have it say something in the language. I'm curious if anyone has like figured it out. But yeah, I loved this the first time I saw it in Galaxy's Edge in August, and I said I gotta have it, and then I saw it here as well, and of course had to pick it up. It is so cool. I'm gonna have all my drinks in here. It's so fancy and just makes me feel like a badass. I got the Jedi mug because I actually really liked it. It was more expensive. It's a little bit bigger. It's $27.99. The other one, remember, was $24.99, and it has, well, actually, I call it the Jedi mug, but it has the resistance symbol on it, because you gotta remember what timeline we're in. But this is on the light side of the Den of Antiquities store. I really like the symbol. I love all of this etching and detail on the top and the bottom. It's pretty big mug inside, very hefty. I guess because it's a bit bigger, this is why it's more expensive than the other one. This feels a little bit more of like a coffee mug, hot chocolate, even a beer I think would work with this, where the other one feels like I'm having a fancy cocktail or a glass of red wine. It kind of works out. They balance out well. And then last, but certainly not least, I picked up this super cool Sith temple. This is what it looks like. I believe it was $49.99, so it was like a $50 statue. It is heavy, it is hefty, it is so cool looking. And what I love about this is on the bottom, it's got some batteries built in. I believe you can change them out, but it glows. Now, I don't know if you guys can actually see the change here just because of the lighting. I am filming in daytime. It might be hard to see, but it does glow. And then you can also switch it one more further, and it actually pulsates, so it lights up and then kind of disappears again and then comes back. Again, the effect is probably a little lost. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's probably a little lost on you with it being daytime right now, but at nighttime it is super cool. I went back and forth between getting this and the Sith Holocron, but I like this a little bit better, and I think I will eventually get a Holocron, but I kind of just made the decision that I thought this was a lot cooler. Again, I'm trying to find the right place for this. Right now we have it on this lower shelf, but I was kind of joking, but not really, when I said that I do want to build a lightsaber. I haven't done it yet. I know nothing about the experience. I would love to do it on my upcoming trips, and I want to get a red saber, and I thought it'd be really fun to like display the saber, underneath have a shelf, and then put all my cool little Sith trinkets. I guess it's like a Sith shrine, and you know what? I'm okay. Say Sith shrine 10 times fast. Sith shrine, Sith shrine, shit. No, you can't do it. I am totally okay with being so dark side. That is just my jam. I just like aesthetically like the dark side stuff. Like, I'm drawn to it. I think they're so interesting. There were so many more statues and trinkets and collectibles that they had that I would love to add to the collection. So I think it'd be really, really neat to get the lightsaber and then have almost like a little display somewhere in my office where it's all of the Sith stuff, because it's cool, you guys. I'm sorry. Being bad is cool. Except don't say that to your kids. No, if you're kids, being bad is bad. But if you're an adult, being bad is cool. No. Anyway, that's everything that I got. So I was able to use my annual pass holder discount at the Den of Antiquities. So I think in total, all of the trinkets minus the magnet was like $100 and change. Not the worst spend in the world. And then the magnet, I don't think I just mentioned the price earlier, was $9.99, which is pretty typical for Disney magnets. So yeah, very Star Wars. Didn't really mean for that to happen, but I just fell in love with so much of their stuff, and I think the more that I go to Galaxy's Edge and the more they come out with new stuff, the more exciting it'll be. I mean, they have so much good stuff, the clothing and the patches and all the collectibles. Like, it's really, really cool. Anyway, I would love to know in the comments below, what was your favorite thing that I got? Was there something that you've gotten from Galaxy's Edge or that you want? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really into their Star Wars merch. I think they're doing a great job with it. One thing I did want that I didn't pick up was this cool red Stormtrooper bag, which I guess is, you know, hinting at episode 9. I'll put a photo of it somewhere. It was $60. I couldn't justify it, but man, that was cool too. So yeah, I would love to know, what was your favorite thing? Do you like Star Wars stuff? Is there something that you picked up or want to pick up? If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe. I make videos every single week. I'm putting up vlogs of the recent trip. I've got lots of thoughts about Rise and about the Skyliner and lots of things that'll be coming out this month. So do stay tuned. I also appreciate that, you know, sometimes I take little breaks here and there from making content because work life gets crazy, life gets crazy. And I appreciate that you guys are always so patient and awesome and understanding about it. So I just want to thank you for that, letting me have kind of like that little bit of a break this past week or so. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great rest of the day. Bye.